Now let's see this question. Murali, Balu and Ravi started cycling from a point on a circular track of length 1000 meters with a speed of 10 meters per second, 25 meters per second and 40 meters per second respectively. Now find the time taken by them to meet for the first time. That is one question. And find the time taken to meet at the starting point for the first time. So this is one more question. Now when we are talking about meeting for the first time, we mean to say that they're all cycling on the same direction. Okay, so if they are going to cycle in different directions, it might be complex. So in all these cases, whenever you have three players, assume that they're all going in the same direction. Okay, that is the model which we are going to cover here. So three people are going to travel in the same direction with different speeds, right? One person is having 10 kilometers per second and 10 meters per second, and other one is having 25 and 40. So Murali M, his speed is given as 10 meters per second, and then Balu, his speed is given as 25 meters per second, and then Ravi, his speed is given as 40 meters per second. Now if you observe it, Ravi's speed is greater than Balu and Balu's speed is greater than Murali. Now let's see by taking two at a time. Now if we want to find out when they are going to meet for the first time, let's see when Murali and Balu are going to meet for the first time, right? And then when Balu and Ravi are going to meet for the first time. So once we find it out, then we'll take the LCM of those two times and then find out the final time. Why that method works is, I'll explain you with the example here, right? You will understand it once I compute the numbers. Now I want to see when Murali and Balu are going to meet for the first time. They are going to meet for the first time whenever Murali covers exactly one more round compared to Balu and reaches the point where Balu is, right? So how is it going to happen? One more round has to be covered by Murali compared to Balu. Therefore you are going to have one more round has to be, okay, so if you observe it, Balu's speed is greater than Murali. Therefore here Balu has to cover one more round compared to Murali and reach the same point where Murali is there, right? So it is going to be L divided by 25 minus 10, that is relative speed. Why? Both are going in the same direction, which means L by 15 meters per second. So here length of the track is given as 1000 meters. So it is going to be 1000 divided by 15. So which means it is going to be 200 divided by 3 seconds. So this is when Murali and Balu are going to meet. Now similarly, if you compute this one, Balu and Ravi, now Balu and Ravi are going to meet when Ravi is going to make one more round compared to Balu, right? Therefore in this case you are going to get again length divided by the difference, which is nothing but 15. So it is going to be 1000 divided by 15, so which means 200 by 3. Now in this example, it so happened that by the time Murali and Balu are meeting, at the same time Balu and Murali are also meeting, right? Therefore in this case you are going to get that at a time of 2000 divided by 3, all the 200 divided by 3 seconds, all the three are going to meet. But then it need not be the same thing in all the examples. In case if these two numbers are different, you try to find out the LCM of it, and now that LCM is going to be the answer. Got it? So in this example it so happened that both the numbers are same. So what does it mean? At time exactly 200 by 3, all three are going to meet. Now let's see how it is possible. Now you'll understand the logic behind it, right? In case if both are different, you find out the LCM and then you can analyze it, right? But then here LCM also happens to be the same number, which is 200 by 3. I'll show you what happens exactly at that time, which means where Murali will be and where Balu will be and where Ravi will be, right? Now at 200 divided by 3 seconds, Murali would have traveled a total distance of 200 by 3 seconds. Since the speed of Murali is 10 meters per second, he would have traveled a distance of 2000 divided by 3, right? So what is this 2000 divided by 3 is, okay, you can leave it that way, okay? It is 666 point something, right? Which or you can leave it this way. So which means if you observe that Murali, he might have started from here and he might have reached somewhere here. Okay, Murali is standing here. That is the meaning of it. Now, in the same time, where does Balu reach? So, Balu is going to reach 200 divided by 3 into, since his speed is 25 meters per second, he would have reached 5000 divided by 3 meters, right? So, how to write this 5000 divided by 3 meters is, I can write it as 1000 plus 2000 divided by 3, right? Now, what is the meaning of it? It is nothing but he has covered exactly one round, and then he has covered the distance which is covered by Murali, right? Which means Balu is going to cover one round completely, and then after covering one round, he has covered exactly the same amount which is covered by Murali. That is why he is there, right? So both are standing there. Now if you see Ravi, now in this time of 200 divided by 3, he is going to cover 8000 divided by 3, which means he is going to cover 2000 plus 2000 divided by 3, which is nothing but he has covered 2 rounds, and after covering 2 rounds, he is reaching the same point where he is there, right? Therefore, this is how you are supposed to solve this question. In case if these two numbers are different, you can find out the LCM, and also you can compute these numbers, and you will understand that they are all going to meet at the same point. So this method works. And the next one is, find the time taken to meet at the starting point for the first time. So the same question we have seen even in the LCM. While discussing about the LCM topic, we have solved the same similar models, right? So how does it work? You have to find out the time taken by each individual to complete a cycle, to complete a round, and then once you get that time, you just take the LCM, right? So how to do that is, now time taken by Murali to complete one round will be distance by speed. So what is the total distance? Total distance is 1000, and what is the speed of him? 10. So 1000 by 10. So distance is 1000 divided by speed is 10, which means 100 seconds is what is time required by Murali to complete one round. And what about the time required by Balu to complete one round? It is 1000 divided by 25, which means 40 seconds, right? And what about the time taken by Ravi to cover? It is 1000 divided by 40, which is 25 seconds, right? Now you take the LCM of all these three. So 1000 plus 40 plus 25. Now if you find out LCM, it is going to be 100, 40 and 25. It is going to be, I think, 100, 100 and how much is it? 145 and 20. Okay, it is going to be 200, I guess. Yes. So the LCM is going to be 200. So what does it mean? We are going to take 200 seconds. So after 200 seconds, everyone is going to meet for the first time at the starting point, right? So if you have to analyze it, see this. Now since for one round Murali is going to take 100 seconds, in 200 seconds Murali would have covered 2 rounds and he would have reached the starting point, right? And in 40 seconds Balu would have covered 5 rounds and he would have reached the starting point. And then Ravi would have covered 25 means 8 rounds and you have reached the starting point, right? Now what does it mean? All of them have covered some integral number of rounds and they are at the same at that particular time, which is 200 seconds, they are standing at the starting point. So that is why this is the answer, right? So at 200 seconds they are going to meet for the first time at the starting point. This one we have already seen in the LCM topic, and this one is you are going to do it this way. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs universities better than IITs. They have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%. But all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.